that we say we desire, this greatness that we're making vision boards about. You know, we're listening to these podcasts, we're following these accounts on Instagram, we're posting pictures of ourselves standing in the middle of the street with inspirational quotes and shit, yet we're punking out. You can't do that. I'm old. Let me position myself properly. What's up? It's Dana Blair here. Thank you for continuing to follow me along the I Quit series. I wanted to share something really personal with you, even more personal than everything else that I've been talking about. The importance of following your gut. We talk about that all the time, and some of you may still be trying to figure out what that means, and I want to share with you an experience that I had recently, about a week and a half before I left New York, that I feel was one of the biggest tests I've had in about probably like 3 or 4 years. You know, we pray a lot. Many of us pray, and if you don't pray, whatever you ask the universe to send you, whatever request you throw into the air, whatever you lay in your bed thinking about, whatever you're in your shower hoping for, whatever that is, we throw it out into the universe, hoping that it responds, hoping that it comes true. And sometimes, many times, we're tested to see if that's what we really want and to see if that's what we are really ready for. The same week that I resigned from my job, I did not have another job, FYI. So it's not like I was leaving one place and monkey barring to something else. I received a job offer. The job offer was with a great brand. I would have stayed in New York, and literally it came in 3 days after I quit my job. 3 days. 6-7 months prior, I would have latched onto it and would not have looked back. Everything I set into motion to move to LA and beyond, wherever I travel, I would have immediately canceled and thrown out of the door. But this time, it didn't feel right. And there were different layers and nuances with every phone call I received, where the job slightly changed a little bit. So it wasn't even what I initially thought it was going to be. It slowly morphed into something else. I felt pressure to take this job for various reasons. Some people that I was speaking to, from mentors as well as from a business perspective, were strongly pushing me to take this job, and it did not feel right in my spirit, and I had to let them know something within a matter of a couple of hours. And that was one thing that really weighed on me, because I was going to have to let them know something within a few hours and start the next day, which was a heads up that I didn't know anything about. In the process of doing that and starting this new job, I was going to have to disappoint a lot of people. I was going to have to, by saying yes to this one role, I was going to have to disappoint other colleagues, other projects, abandon them, and that didn't sit well with me. The experience as a whole did not sit well with me. So before I left work that day, a coworker of mine, she looked at me and she just grabbed my hands and she just said, "What's wrong?" And I pulled her into the wardrobe closet and I just started bawling my eyes out. And she's like, "Dana, what is wrong? What's wrong? This is not like you. Is it your father? Is it your family? Is somebody hurt? Are you hurt? Are you sick?" And I told her what was happening. And she said, "Well, why would you even consider it if it's giving you this much turmoil?" And I was like, "Well, it's a job. It's the responsible thing to do." She's like, "Then no. This is not for you. This is, if you're this distraught about it, this is not for you." And we prayed in the closet. I left. I was a part of another event. I had to go to that event's planning committee. So I left, tracked all the way across town, went to that event. And during that event, I'm taking emails and phone calls and stepping away and getting all this new information on this role. And long and the short, I said, yes, I'll do it. I then left that event after that meeting was over, and I had to go back to meet a bunch of my coworkers because we were celebrating another coworker getting engaged. And so just the team was getting together. And I went into the bathroom. I got there, went into the bathroom, washed my hands, and I literally just doubled over on the bathroom counter. I was crying, I was bawling. The guilt, it didn't feel right. I was so upset, and I couldn't put my finger on it. I was so upset, I didn't even realize my boss had walked into the bathroom. And she looked at me, and I slowly looked up, and she, again, what's wrong? What's wrong? And we closed eyes and held hands in the bathroom of the margarita spot and prayed. What it meant for me and to me to have these women take this energy and this time with me in that moment. I don't know if I can ever really fully articulate that. It's not a woe is me, oh, you had another job offer, oh, boo hoo hoo. It's bigger than that. It's, I'm changing my life. I'm putting this ball in motion to go this one particular direction. And it felt like a carrot was being dangled in front of me. And there was the responsible thing to do. And then there was what my heart said to do. And I sat, had appetizers. I don't even think I had a drink. I don't even know if I really ate anything other than like notched on a few chips because I hadn't eaten all day because I was really stressed out. I'm the type of person when I'm stressed out, I do not eat. And then my best friend picked me up. And I got in the car and I looked at her and I said, Tiffany, I fucked up. And she's like, what? I said, I fucked up. And I just kept saying that. And then I started bawling my eyes out again. I do like a verbal vomit of everything that happened for the day, all of the things that had happened from praying in the closet to when I got the offer to how the offer had evolved. And I was so upset. I was upset with myself. I was upset with the situation. I felt like I failed a test. I felt like God and the universe were testing me and I failed. I took the bait. I must not really want to change my life. Like I felt all of these things in that moment. So when I got home, I literally cried myself to sleep in her lap. We're on the sofa, TV's on, and I literally put my head in her lap and I said, Tiffany, what do I do? What have I done? It was more, what have I done? What have I done? And I just cried and I fell asleep. I cried and slept so hard, I woke up, she was already gone. I woke up when she had gone. It's pitch black outside. She got to get home to her kids and her husband. I cried myself to sleep. Went downstairs, went to bed. I slept for about another hour and I woke up and I called my mom. It was about 3 a.m. in Houston. And she answered on the first ring and she goes, I knew something was wrong with you. And I knew you said yes to that job. And she just said, I knew it. I felt it. A mother knows her children. And I felt it. And she said, Dana, don't do it. For my mom, my conservative Southern mom, and for those of you who are entrepreneurs as well, you know, there's that generational difference where our parents are the generation of, you do your 20 to 30 years, you get your gold watch and you keep it pushing. What do you mean you're going to quit and leave a good job and benefits and so on and so forth and pursue a passion, pursuing a dream? What do you mean you're going to go do that? That makes no sense to most of our parents in that generation. And it's to no fault of them. It's because of the time in which they grew up, especially if they are immigrants, black and brown. It's a different type of mentality. So to hear my mother say that, there was a comfort and a peace there. A few hours later, probably about 10 hours later, because I had other things that I had to handle that day as a part of this job, and I had to meet with a few people. And after meeting with them, they're great people, wonderful people. I knew in my spirit, this is not what you're supposed to do. And I resigned. And that was the hardest thing for me to do, because I don't like to let people down. I don't like to seem wishy-washy. I don't want to ever be unprofessional in any capacity. And so I resigned, and I felt like a new person. And I literally went and met a girlfriend for happy hour. We had a couple glasses of wine. She trying to hook me up with some dude, the usual. I went home and I slept like a baby. I had peace. I had such peace. And now I'm looking at a whole new set of other opportunities. I'm sharing this story with you because I want you to listen to your gut and trust your gut. That stranger danger. You get on an elevator with someone that doesn't feel right, or you have no business showing up to that party, or it's just something doesn't feel right. Listen to it, trust it. Don't let your mind try to talk you out of it. Don't let other people who don't have a stake in your life try and talk you out of it. If I had kids, I probably would have made a different decision, but the truth of the matter is I don't have someone looking at me and depending on me. My decisions don't affect anyone directly other than myself. But we can't say we want something and work for it and then fall for the bait, then sell ourselves short, then sabotage ourselves from reaching this greatness that we say we desire, this greatness that we're making vision boards about. We're listening to these podcasts, we're following these accounts on Instagram, we're posting pictures of ourselves standing in the middle of the street with inspirational quotes and shit, yet we're punking out. You can't do that. It doesn't work that way. That's not how you achieve greatness. That's not how you achieve what you're meant to do. That's not how you achieve your greatest and best self. And I had to learn that lesson. I had to feel that lesson. The power of listening to your gut. And any time that you're about to do something great, when you're on the precipice of great change, you will be tested. Your test may come in the form of, you're about to enter this really great loving relationship, and that one guy who screwed you over from the past, who you just thought you couldn't live without, all of a sudden tries to come back into your life. Are you going to fall for the okie doke? Is it going to be like my situation, another job? You don't know, but the test will come. You will be tested to see if you want that which you say you want. And listen to yourself, listen to your gut. You inherently know what's best. Whether you want to own that or not, you know what's best.